You are now listening to the Be Your Own #LoveGoals podcast with Mo Ari
and Tiffany.
We just want you to remember that every person, regardless of identity, wants these three things: belonging, authenticity, and love.
And after a decade of partnership, we've learned to co-create these things and so much more.
So from wherever you're listening, we're going to go on a journey of becoming our own #LoveGoals. Now let's get into this episode. Hey, it's Mo Ari
and Tiffany.
And you are now listening to the Be Your Own #LoveGoals podcast. We are so grateful that you are here.
Yes.
We have another listener question, so we're going to jump right in.
Let's get into it.
Get into it.
So I know you all have known each other for a long time, been in a relationship for a good stretch, and been married for quite some time now. So in that kind of a long-term relationship, my question is, does it ever get boring? Do you wake up one day and want something totally different in the connection than you had before? Do relationships like that are long-term ever go through midlife crisis?
She put us on the spot with that one.
Ooh, yeah. Are we considered midlife age in our relationship?
I don't think we're midlife, but I do think we've been together for a long time. So that was a really great question.
It is. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you're ever wanting to submit a question, you can actually submit a question via our website.
Mm-hmm.
Our website, lovegoalspodcast.com, has a link to our Anchor or Spotify page. That where you can submit an audio question just like that one, and it'll be on our podcast. Yep. So we love hearing from you all. To this question: Do relationships get boring? This is a judgment-free zone, so I'm not going to judge you, Tiffany, if you say yes. Yes. Okay.
Are you asking me that question?
Well, I'll start.
Okay.
I won't put you on the spot like our listener did.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll say yes. But not, yes, relationships can get boring. And it's a yes and. There's so much we can do to be intentional in order to co-create fun in our relationships. So it's like yes and. But the real is yes. After you've been together for a long time, things get monotonous. Yes. I know that to the outside world, us cuddled up watching a movie on a Friday is boring. We used to be Saturday night.
Baby.
You feel me? In our 20s.
Every weekend.
We were Saturday night together. Like just a whole little mood, right?
Oh,
now we're more so like Netflix and chill, but not the Netflix and chill that turns into sex all of the time.
No.
Just literally the chill where she like falls asleep halfway through the movie.
I do not fall asleep on you.
Pretending that she's awake. That's the vibe.
They don't
sometimes.
Believe you.
After kids, it really changed our relationship.
It does.
We only have one child. I speak things that be not as though they are. So after kids with the plural, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Tiffany. I got it. About 4 or 5 of them. Our life changed. Our life changed.
Yeah.
And so the relationship that used to be Saturday Night Live, I mean, just
literally an episode of SNL.
Just a vibe. Really slowly but surely became more of this like sedentary, I would say monotonous, routine. I can't keep going on synonyms before Tiffany throws something at me. It was this routine.
Yeah.
Now, I can say that we were not intentional about not having that happen. And we didn't know it would happen. We hadn't asked this question. And we might not have had that many examples of people being with their partners long term in this way or going through life stages in this way.
Right.
So we went from being long distance to living in the same place, to moving, to being parents. So there's been a lot of transition that has created that. I'm going to let Tiffany jump in here. Answer this listener's question.
So I would have to say yes.
Yeah.
I would have to say that relationships ebb and flow. Yeah. And I think some of that ebb and flow in our relationship in particular, I have experienced as boring. However, I will agree with you that there was not a lot of intention there.
This episode is very humbling, by the way.
I remember we were like, it was, our daughter was maybe like 6 months old or something. And I was just feeling like probably postpartum feelings happening. And I'm not downplaying postpartum feelings at all. Very valid, all of the things.
Yeah.
We were driving and I was like, I'm just feeling something. I don't know what it is. And I remember saying to you, like, we just feel so serious. We feel like, we're parents, we're just routine. And I think I came out and said, it just feels boring.
Yeah.
And for me, one of the things I've loved about our relationship is how much fun.
She means loved about me in our relationship. Yes.
The co-creating nature of our relationship. One of the things I've loved is how fun you are, how fun we are together. And so even for me to say that, it almost felt like, ooh, how did we get here?
How did we get here?
How did we get here? Because I would have never described us as boring.
I love that you said that. How did we get here? Because I think I felt the same exact thing, except I was so focused on how do we get back. And I think as I'm sitting here in this moment, this is a reckoning because I'm like, why was I so focused on getting back to somewhere? And I think I spent so long, so much time being like, how do we get back? How do we find our way back? Back. Not forward.
Yeah.
Not being present to this moment.
Yeah.
How do we take what we've learned now and what we know now as parents and apply it to our life now? I was so like, I didn't even get a chance. We were going through the pandemic. So it wasn't like I got to try and relive our 20s. But I imagine if I was a character in a movie, I would have done all the things. Worn the throwback jerseys, bought a red car, done everything I could.
The throwback jersey though.
Yeah.
No judgment.
No judgment. I'm saying if I was a character in a movie, I would have done all those things trying to get back to somewhere. Now, I never wore throwback jerseys like in my 20s, but I was just saying, trying to relive my youth in a way. Now we're still young, but life, I love the question because life after kids can feel a little midlife. And so when I heard you saying, how did we get here? It was almost like if we were characters in a movie, how did we become our parents? And it's not parents like they're cool people. Yeah. They're like vibrant Saturday night individuals. But our parents as we saw them as kids.
Yes.
They're not the cool individuals that, when you're their child, you're not thinking of them as that. How did we get here? How did we become uncle and auntie that quick?
Oh my God.
Did kids do this to us?
Yes.
So I love that you said that. I had to be like, because I was sitting there asking myself, how do we get back for the longest time? And I know that I've been annoying in our relationship, trying to get back to something that has far gone. It'll never be the same. I had to accept that.
And I mean, I totally agree with you. And I'll just add this in there. I am a person that really had a difficulty with the pandemic. Okay. Yeah. And I promise you this is related. I had a difficulty with how much things changed, how much, things were different than how I imagined they would ever look. And I remember, my supervisor at the time was like, we got to get back to normal. We got to get back to the normal of how things were. And I was like, I don't know that things will ever be how they were pre-pandemic. Maybe it's a new normal. Maybe it's like a reimagining. And I feel like one of the biggest lessons that I learned from the pandemic, although it slapped me in the face multiple times and still continues to do so, is how we go through things or we arrive at these points where we learn lessons or we're supposed to learn these lessons or tools to carry us on, and how we were before these things happened we will never experience them in the same way after that because we've gone through it. We've had those experiences. And so in the context of relationship, at the point where I'm like, how did we get here? I'm literally like, what was the strategy for how we got here? Like, what were the steps we took to get here? And I'm a very like process improvement person. So I'm really trying to understand, like,
keep going.
I'm really trying to understand step 1 to 2 to 3 to how we got here so that it does not happen again.
Yeah, you saw me getting excited. Yes. So I didn't want to cut you off.
No, I got you.
What you're getting at is so important because how we got here wasn't intentional. How you get to that boring, sedentary, routine, pedantic part of your relationship is not intentional. Who would intentionally create boring? That's what we had to own, right? Yeah. That's what we had to be accountable to. Yes, it can get boring if you're not intentional. So when you ask, what was the process to getting here? It triggered this like ding, 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 ding. It was not intentional. There was no process. It was, we were free falling into this sedentary routine. So
we were. And I feel like it was something that, you know, I feel like we had multiple conversations about it, but the moment in the car where I said that, it was like a resounding, like, moment where you and I both sat with like, is our relationship boring? And I feel like we both became aware of it and we called it out. I think that sometimes we can fall into the trap of potentially ignoring where your relationship has evolved if you're not okay with it. If you're okay with it, I mean, by all means, keep going with how things are. But I think we both had this recognition of like, this is not really what we wanted for our lives. We understand that things evolve, but we're not as intentional here. And I think a huge step in us even wanting to discover like how we got there, we had to call it out. We literally had to call it out. And I know I felt so uncomfortable saying it. And I felt bad because I was like, I know I have some role in why, you know, this feels boring. And although it was difficult, being able to say that was like okay, it's like this, but we can get through this. We can do something different. We can set intentions to really live the relationship that we want and to have the life that we want.
Beautiful. This is music to my ears.
Yeah.
Because I think in the moment that we had this conversation, I was really just stuck on, how did we get here? How do we go back? How the heck do we not be boring? And I was so caught up in it for a long time. I would say it's been recent where I was like, you know what? The life we've created is beautiful.
Yeah.
And that brings me to this thought as I'm just listening to you talk more about this idea of boring or routine, that routine doesn't have to mean boring. So some of that was my attitude. I wasn't adjusting to how life has changed. And that was creating some of the feeling of being bored. Because different doesn't have to be boring. Sometimes our expectations about how life should be has to shift. In order, our expectations have to shift about how life can be in order for us to enjoy life as it is. I couldn't accept life as it was or as it is because I was focused on the past and how it was. And I was creating my expectation about how life should be based on how things were and not how they are. Life with a kid will not be Saturday Night Live.
No.
It just will not. You'll have pockets of that, moments of that. But if you're making the intentional choice to parent, co-create, be with your kids, and not just be out every Saturday night, Saturday night is going to take a back seat to Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the hustle and bustle of getting your kids out to daycare and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, or finding a babysitter when grandma and grandpa come into town. And, you know, we found ways to work it out. But my expectation hadn't shifted. I was bored because I was still being like, how come I can't go out on the weekends? And now we're in this pandemic and I don't have no help here. We moved away from Chicago and everybody I know and love. What is happening?
Absolutely.
My expectations didn't shift. And so then once my expectations shifted, you know what? Actually, how could I expect to go out and have any energy?
Exactly.
Let me actually go back to the basics here. What do I have energy for?
Exactly.
I expect that I can cook this pasta that my wife really, really loves. I can still light candles.
Yes,
I can still put some flowers out once the baby goes to bed. I can still whisper in her ear. This is the stuff that can still be Saturday night fire, right?
Baby.
But you can do them in a different way. My expectation shifted. That moved us into not being boring. And that spark starting to go like this. I'm making a spark flicker with my hands for the people listening to this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other platforms.
Yeah.
And so you just, you laid that out beautifully. I just was like, yes, this was everything that I was feeling. And I'm kind of mesmerized right now by like how you're capturing this moment that felt so pivotal. And I'm realizing, like, I'm having a reckoning right now, how much our life changed once we had this conversation.
Yes. And I had similar challenges with expectation. And I feel like my orientation to the world and my work and all of that had me so caught up in the process.
Yeah.
So caught up in how did we get here? Like, what steps did we take to get here? Although it wasn't intentional, I was just so caught up in that, I mean, I feel like this typically sometimes happens in our communication and, you know, difficult communication that we have. I'm very much like, but how did you think that? Like, how did you arrive at this where the content or the true purpose of what needs to be addressed or talked about is never addressed? And I have done a lot of work on being present to what is happening right now. Not how did we get here, which is important. But if it's not intentional, that doesn't really matter. It's like, we're here right now. What do we do now?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
So you're getting at how your process was even serving to undermine the present moment.
Yes.
So neither one of us were focused on the present. I was like, how do we get back? And you were like, just how did we get here? Just how?
Yeah, because I have to know as a process improvement person, how do we get to this issue so that it doesn't happen again? You know, I'm very
oriented. Instead of being like, well, what do we do now?
Exactly.
How do we have fun in the present moment? Neither one of us were present. We were still stuck on what could be, what should be, what was. That's not present. And that's how your relationship can be boring.
Exactly. And I am a person who is very motivated by variety.
Yeah. We know.
I need a switch up. Okay. I need this thing this day, that thing that day. And I feel like...
Which is why you like me.
Which is why. It is very much why. Which is why routine just... So I'll say this. I am learning that routine is not the opposite of variety. They can coexist.
Exactly.
And so for the longest time, I was like, oh my God, if it's routine, like I'm doing the same thing every day at 9:00, there's no variety in my life. This is not what I want. This is not how I thrive. And I really had to take a moment and say, but every day looks different.
This is a word, Tiffany. Tiffany is on it, okay? She's got the gems today. When you think about routine is not the opposite of variety because it's almost like you need some type of security or routine in a relationship in order to have variety. Why? Because less routine with your variety and you've got chaos.
Come on.
You don't want chaos.
No.
You just want the spice of life, right? You just want a little dash of variety.
Exactly.
You don't want chaos. So it seems like routine offers variety, some type of security.
Yes, it makes a way for the variety. When there's routine, when there's discipline.
For it to be stable.
Exactly. It provides a level of stability that then allows for this creativity. Right. Essentially, that variety is the ability to be creative and dream up new ideas and new worlds.
And I think that that's the benefit of, long-term partnership, it's almost like this marriage or this merger between variety and stability. When you think about it, when you're dating and you're dating a lot of different people, let's say, or you're meeting new people constantly, that can feel like the variety that lends itself to chaos. If it's constant, if there feel like constant starts and ends to relationship. Long-term commitment is the kind of variety. It's like, I'm with a person that's constantly evolving and growing, and I have to keep getting to know this person over and over again.
Yes.
But they're kind of the same person still at their core.
Yeah.
I had to lean into allowing our relationship to be variety and secure at the same time to me. My expectations were getting in the way of me being able to see that. Because before then, I had only known new relationships as variety, new experiences as variety, new as variety. I wasn't seeing it as chaos. I wasn't seeing every time I get a new job as throwing my life into a tailspin of like new stuff. Sometimes new stuff just floods your life and you're like, oh, now I have to learn everything over and orient. And sometimes it's fun in the beginning. Sometimes it's not. After 30, though, think about when you start a new job after 30. I don't know how many of you are listening to this podcast after 30. When you start a new job, don't you feel like I should know everything? And you're more stressed than you were when you were 20 and you started a new job. New job at 20 is like, oh, who are my coworkers? I'm here. Let me get to know everybody. New job at 30 is like, putting all this pressure on yourself to be the best. You're no longer entry level. So now you came in at middle management or upper management and you're like, I should know this. And you're putting all this pressure. And so it's no longer fun. It creates chaos. I go on this long story and tangent to say that sometimes the stability as you get older feels like the right kind of variety for you. As you get older, you're less you're less likely to take risks. You're not as interested in change in the same way. Change looks like something different. And so I'm saying all this to encourage anybody listening to allow your life to evolve and expand as you age, as you grow. So if your life circumstances change, like you have a child like we do, they're bringing plenty of variety. You don't actually need to change up a lot in your life.
Not a thing.
No day is the same. How they responded to that food yesterday is not going to be how they respond to that food tomorrow. And you don't need to be throwing chaos in your relationship in the picture either. Kids bring enough variety. So Saturday night with our Netflix and chill has become beautiful. And then we go out and we dance and we still do the other things. Or we cook together or we make art or candles together and we just enjoy one another in different ways. And we found new ways to spice up our relationship over time.
We have. And I feel like I would encourage anyone, at the point of the midlife crisis or feeling like you're approaching it to just accept where you are and to accept that it's an evolution. It's a transition. It is supposed to happen. And as challenging as the time was for us after we welcomed a new baby into this world, we learned so many lessons, so many necessary moments and pivots and transitions in our life from that time that felt so challenging that were necessary to where we are today. I couldn't see it then now. I was like, what the heck is happening? But it was necessary. And we had to have the moment of acceptance. Okay, I know we used to be this. We're here. But this is what it is right now. And this is the thing that we have to focus on. And it took time. It's, I still feel like there potentially are remnants of that. But the acceptance of it, I think, moves you to, okay, I accept that this is where we are. I'm not going to judge it. It's what it is. How do we keep going? How do we move forward? And so I just want to iterate that if this feeling is coming up, to not judge like, but we should not be boring. Does this mean this is the end of our relationship or any of these things? It's like, okay, it is this. what do we do now?
Yeah.
You can assess those questions later, but just an acceptance of where you are and a non-judgment of it allows you to really examine it and decide what to do.
So I heard you saying that number one, this is a be your own #love resource.
Yeah.
The number one I heard you say is acceptance.
Yes.
Everything is as it should be. That's what I heard you say. And then number two, you were starting to get into what can we do now?
Yeah.
So I see number two then as dreaming, future thinking.
Yeah.
Allowing for other possibilities of what the present moment can bring. So that acceptance can in number one can lead you into number two, which would then be thinking about the present moment.
Yes.
What can we do now? What tools, resources do we have at our disposal now in order to create the life that we want to live? If it's more fun, how do we do that now?
Yes.
This is what we have. We've accepted it. What are we going to do with it?
Yep.
So I thought that was beautiful. And I just wanted to list those two things out. So that when you walk away from this episode, you're hearing Tiffany saying, like, here are these two things you can do to start accepting the present moment as it is and shifting the energy intentionally in the moment. If you don't like your relationship currently and you're like, this is boring, me too, you know, you're feeling like me too as you're listening to us, then change it.
Change it. You do not have to stay in that.
That's a choice.
It's a choice.
And you do not have to choose boring. Don't go throw your relationship away. Just choose together to co-create something different. What will fun look like to you? What will play look like to you with where your life is now? Don't do what I did and look at what will fun look like to you if everything was as it was in your 20s. What will fun look like to you now? Not prior to your first marriage. Now. Not prior to when you had kids. Now.
Yes.
Not prior to when you lost your job. Now.
Exactly.
What will fun look like now?
Absolutely. And to continually challenge the notions that society and people suggest that, you know, once you're married, you'll have a boring life, or, you know, as a parent, you'll have a boring life. You may arrive at that point, but that is not inherently something that has to be boring. Again, it is a choice, and it is one that you can make every single day to have whatever you want. If you're a parent, if you're married for 30 years, like, it does not have to be boring. It does not. And so I just encourage that, because what boring looks like for you might look not boring for the next person, or what looks fun for you might look different for the next person. And to really just own that and create what you want, co-create what you want in your relationship.
Be your own love goals. Yes. Nobody can tell you what boring is for you. I sometimes in that conversation, I was like, how did we become uncle and auntie?
Yeah.
If we were actually happy and felt like we were fun, I would be like, I don't care. You know, I would be owning uncle and auntie.
Uncle and auntie, they be getting down.
I'm not wearing the shoes at the cookout. I'm not doing that.
Getting down.
I want to bypass uncle.
But I like the little sandals. No,
I'm not doing the sandals. No sweat to anybody that does the sandals for the uncle.
On the ground?
I'm going to be in slides till I'm 50.
Okay.
But I want to bypass the uncle part for me. But other people might be good with that.
Yeah.
And
I'm
having a hard time thinking about somebody being good with that title, given the imagery. But like, somebody might be good with how other people would perceive their life. I want us all to be good with how other people might perceive that, because it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's really about what you are comfortable with. For me, that does not work for me.
Yeah.
I have to have a certain level of, swag for myself, just because it feels good for me. And I don't really want to live out this other stereotype. So I don't want to check certain boxes just because that's what everybody else does. I want us to all just be our own love goals. Figure out what fun looks like for you and do that. Figure out what variety is like for you and do that.
Yeah.
I love the gems that Tiffany has been dropping in this episode. I feel like, I'm learning stuff about Tiffany and how she thinks.
Thank you very much. I'm just kidding.
But it's really beautiful to hear too that you really feel like fun and variety are things that I bring to this relationship. Mm-hmm. And that when I'm not in that, when I'm not present to those things and I'm not intentionally creating that, you're also noticing. You're like, where is my spice?
Yeah, where's the spice? We got to keep it spicy.
Bring my spice back here.
Yes.
And not that you bring your own spice, but when you're in a relationship, it's almost like a chemical reaction, right? If I'm supposed to bring the spice, I'm not a chemist, so I'm not
cinnamon. Let's say you bring the cinnamon.
If I'm bringing the cinnamon and she's supposed to bring the brown sugar, that's going to create something beautiful when it comes together. But if she only brings the brown sugar and I don't bring the cinnamon, it has a different flavor.
It does.
And
both are necessary for the thing to taste real good. But with one without the other, it just is not quite
right
to the degree that it could be.
Yeah. So we have to co-create that for these relationships. Anything you want to leave everybody with as you're thinking about our listeners' question, how to not be boring, whether or not relationships go through these midlife crises.
Yeah.
Anything you want to leave them with?
I would say it's really important to be open. And, this listener, the question was amazing. It's very thought-provoking. I will say, though, sometimes the feeling might not be, are we boring? It might be like, are we some other type of feeling? Like, are we not, I guess it could all kind of surround boring, but like, are we not fun? Are we boring? Do we not like to do X thing anymore? That it's okay if you arrive at that point. I think it's information. It's feedback. It's feedback to your relationship. It's feedback to say, we've arrived at this point. I don't like it. We don't like it. And we can work on it. You do not have to stay in it. If nothing else comes across for me in this episode, you don't have to stay in it. You get to choose and you get to create what that fun will look like for you in your relationship. And it might not look like the person's relationship next to you. And that's okay. That is okay.
That's accurate. I co-sign that 1,000 times. I just am so grateful for you sharing so openly about this time period in our lives.
Yeah.
And this has been a beautiful conversation. Thank you for giving our audience that feedback, sharing your wisdom with them just now. And I look forward to hearing your feedback from you all, the audience. I want you all to interact with us, comment, like, rate, review, subscribe, do all the things, and then also send in your questions to us so you can hear your voice on our podcast and your questions getting answered by us. So we look forward to hearing from you all. I hope you all have a great day and be well.
Bye. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Video episodes are on YouTube and Spotify.
If you want your question included in an upcoming episode, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Be Your Own Love Goals or check out our website at lovegoalspodcast.com. We look forward to hearing from you soon.
Bye.